And Katie, police are confirming at least 2 children were shot in this Brownsville neighborhood, along with 4 other people in their 20s in what folks in this community are calling a drive-by shooting. Now, you can see that it's a very active scene behind me. You have dozens of investigators out here trying to figure out what happened just a few hours ago. Now, we know a 13-year-old was shot in the hand, and also a 2-year-old shot in the leg. Fortunately, police say none of these injuries are life-threatening. They are looking for a suspect, and they do have a description. They say he was wearing all red and driving a white Nissan sedan with unknown Florida plates, they're saying. And joining me right now to comment on what happened here is PIX 11 contributor and retired detective Wally Zines, along with State Senator Malcolm Smith. Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, very upsetting. Children caught in the crossfire yet again.
Yeah, once again, we obviously are at a point where we're going to have to declare the state of emergency in the city of New York. This shooting here in Brooklyn, Marcus Garvey Village area, is just another sign that, bullets have no specific individual they look at. This is one city. This is really one big problem that we have, and we're going to have to come together to figure out what that solution is, and we have to do it quickly.
Wally, what can you add?
Well, it just reminds me when I first came on the job in the 70s and early 80s, when I was in my night watch command, it was shootings every night. It's like deja vu. It's the Wild West comes to the 5 boroughs.
Exactly what can be done, though? Obviously, we hear politicians, they say, all right, we need to do something. We need to do something. You're here. And you say that it's time to call a state of emergency. What more can be done?
Well, I think we have to just all come together around once everybody has some issues, everybody has some solutions. Some talk about more jobs, some talk about more after-school programs. We talk about different legislation. We talk about what we can do as a community. I think the commissioner, the mayor, we need to have them to declare a state of emergency, that they bring together all of the 5 boroughs, the elected officials, you bring the DA's office, and then you have to look at some new technology. I know the commissioner announced a possible domain awareness system that may come out. Perhaps they have to look at technology that can detect guns from a distance. But clearly, we're at a state of emergency, and action has to be taken very quickly.
And this program, I understand, Commissioner Kelly is going to be rolling that out this week, announcing more details about that. How do you feel that that is going to help, Wally?
Well, anything that can take a gun off the street. For example, the Senate is working with us to do a gun buyback on August 18th in Queens, and it doesn't discriminate. It isn't just Queens. It's any borough, anywhere. One gun off the street can mean many lives saved.
And Senator, any words for this community and other communities that are suffering this kind of carnage?
Well, just know that we're doing the best that we can. As Wally mentioned, the gun buyback program, we actually held 3 here in Brooklyn first. This was the first borough we went to. We're doing Queens next. But know that we're on the job. Obviously, it takes a full court press effort. This has to be one city effort, all 5 boroughs, all involved. Again, I need that commissioner and the mayor to call that state of emergency and bring us all together, because this is definitely not the kind of city that people don't want to live in.
All right, thank you both so very much. And you heard the call for action from the senator here, and of course our PIX 11 contributor Wally Zines also weighing in. This is very upsetting for this community. So many folks have gathered around and have said, some folks have said they've lived here for 50 years, and this has just gotten to the point where they almost want to leave. If they can leave, this is just too much for them. Of course, that's the very latest from here in Brownsville. Erica Pizzi for PIX 11 News. Now we're tossing it over to Nicole Johnson. She's in Freehold, New Jersey.